A lot of people think we're blessed in Texas because the hunting is so good, but there's one thing you got to remember: it is extremely hot here. We're looking for a cold front. We don't get very many of them here, and when we have one, the action picks up and the deer start moving, and the best thing of all, it's starting to feel like deer season.
Condition, lights out, stomping all competition. My utmost to his highest, it gets no flyer. We set the mainframe on fire. Cold red for the lead from the pedal. I push to the metal, the dust never settles. F5 level, kick up the bass and the treble. Cause faith, that's a rebel. I can show you the devil. I blaze a trail like the rays from tail light. Sound shaking the ground like earthquakes and hail might. Someday I'll die, but not tonight. Excuse me while I light up the sky.
Scott and I, we've never done this before. You know, we usually take a week off during bow season. We decided to take 2 weeks this year. Definitely ruffled some feathers, but hey, we're excited to be out there. You know, we take a week off and it's, before you know it, it seems like it's already over. So we've got 2 full weeks, get a bunch of stuff done.
Just having a week off, you know, that's great, but man, it's hard to really get some good solid hunting in. We're wanting to get out there early. Like I always say, those deer are still in those late summer feeding patterns. Their bats are grouped up. I feel that opportunities are better. And then as that trip, as it goes on into the next week, hopefully the temperature is going to cool down a little bit. And especially if we have a true cold front come in, or the first cold front of the year, hey, I'm always so excited about that. That really gets the deer on their feet. Now that may bring some rain in too, but hey, as far as I'm concerned, that's great. Because anytime we have a real weather change on the ranch, it seems to get those deer moving, and that's what I was looking forward to. Beginning of the trip, it actually started off pretty slow for us. I mean, we were seeing a few deer, but nothing that's even a possible shooter. Chad and I made a decision that we're gonna go to what we call the 77 acres, and we're gonna go to the back part of the ranch, being a ground blind. We're not exactly sure what the weather's gonna do. It is gonna be cooling down, may bring some rain, but hey, I'm excited about it. Some good bucks have been in the area. We haven't seen hardly anything yet on this trip, but with the weather conditions and hopefully a weather change, we could have some luck this evening. Can't pass up that opportunity to shoot the doe. Wildlife management there. skirted us, kept moving on. So she stood there and gave us the world. So Chad and I made a decision to go ahead and take her out. We were hunting a couple of nice bucks, hoping to see one of them, but we just didn't have much action tonight. But that doe came in, and it's about to get dark. I couldn't pass that up. First kill of the trip. That's doe management 101. If another one would have come out, I would have shot her too.
Well, it's the next morning. Cold front is definitely here. It brought a lot of rain with it as well, but hey, it's got us feeling like it's actually deer season, and we know there's gonna be a lot of critters moving.
We're going to Chad's Maine. We have a north ground blind setup. It's actually an elevated ground blind that's on a ground zero platform. It's gonna be nice and cool this morning. I have high hopes that we may get into some action on a buck. Smoked that coyote. That was incredible. We're sitting there whitetail hunting. That coyote tried to sneak up on these deer that are feeding right here in front of us. And I told Chad, I said, do your lip squeaks, do your squeaks. When that coyote came in, scared the deer. I wasn't gonna pass that opportunity up to shoot a coyote, man. That was awesome. I just made a great shot on this coyote. I mean, I slammed him. I don't think he's gonna be far, but Chad's already bumping me again to get ready because he says another coyote's coming. There he is, way up there. That's another one. Ow! Shot under him. Man, they're trying to creep up on these deer, I'm telling you. Man, I should have held a little bit higher on that one. I'm not afraid to release an arrow on those coyotes, I can tell you that. That first one, I shot that first one. We'll hopefully find him. But I released an arrow on the second one. I can't believe that. He was trying to creep in also. That was a big one, too. It's a big coyote. I want to pull him out so we take a better look at him. Beautiful face on him. There's actually a tint of like light brown, almost orange. That other coyote I saw, try to get a shot at him. I just misjudged the distance. It was almost 60 yards. I mean, shot right under him. Anytime you have an opportunity to shoot a coyote, I guarantee the landowners will be happy with you. That's a big coyote. That's awesome. Let's get him back to camp and we'll show him to everyone else.
One thing for sure, this spot is definitely jacked up now, but I don't think those coyotes are going to be a problem anymore. Well, Scott and I hunted a few other places we thought might produce, and things just weren't looking good.
Saw a couple of nice deer, but nothing even close to mature. So I still feel confident about going into Chad's Main again, where we had the coyote fiasco. I mean, I just know there's good deer there. I mean, with the cold front, it's going to get even colder. The best deer of this whole trip that we've seen have been over there. We've had the most activity over there until the coyotes messed it up, but we've let it set 2 days now. And I think we can go back in there this evening and make something happen. Smoked him, and I mean smoked him. It's the best shot I've made in 25 years. What a buck, man. It's a huge buck that we call wacky. It's the first time I've ever seen him in person. I waited until that buck put his head up. He was all dove in the buck. Well, when they put their head up and look away, they give you the world. Your chances go up tremendously for a good shot. What a buck, man. Here's my arrow. I mean, where I shot is right back there. It looked like I saw him going through here crashing. Oh, yeah. He broke the end off. Oh, man, that's great blood. These are his running tracks right here. See his blood right here on the grass. Look right here. Sometimes, especially conditions like this, they'll make deep running tracks. And he's like slipping and sliding. And a matter of fact, there's our buck right there, man. Right through there. I don't know if you can see that. Look. He's right there, dude. Folks, we came back to camp. Got this deer cleaned up. 7.5-year-old buck. We know that from history with this deer. The mass, the tine length, the width. It's a wide buck. This buck is a brute. 7.5-year-old buck. That's what one looks like right there. Awesome. What a deer.
On today's show, Scott takes a fantastic buck in the Texas Hill Country, and a lot of that had to do with that little change of the seasons, right? That little crisp touch of fall that happened that morning. I love that time of the year. If you're an outdoorsman, you're a deer hunter, you love it too. That first morning when there's that little crisp in the air, you got to put on a vest and put on a long sleeve shirt, and it just seems like the woods wake up in a whole new way. There's nothing like that first taste of fall, of the new year and hunting season. But you know, life is about seasons too. Life is about seasons and cycles, and sometimes we're in good seasons and we celebrate that. And then sometimes all of us know what it's like to be in a tough season, in a bad season. And maybe you're going through a tough season right now. Maybe you're watching this somewhere in the country, somewhere in the world, and maybe you're going through a divorce, you're going through a tough time, or maybe you're going through an illness, or just maybe something bad is really happening in your life. I would tell you two things as a pastor about tough seasons. Number one, they won't last. Remember that. They won't last. Seasons change. It's going to get better. Hope will come. The sun is going to rise again the next day. This season will not last in your life. It will change for the better. I promise the best is yet to come. And number two, I would say that if you're going through a tough season, if you're looking for hope and you're looking for peace and you're looking for some joy in your life, give God a second chance, a second look. He loves you. And maybe you don't have a relationship with God, but He wants to have one with you. And when you have that relationship with God through His Son, Jesus Christ, it's amazing that sometimes the circumstances in our life maybe don't change immediately, but we have what the Bible calls peace that passes understanding. The reason it passes understanding is because we'll look around and go, well, nothing's really changed, but somehow I have a hope. Somehow I know that everything is going to be better. That's the peace of God that comes into your heart through that relationship with Christ. If you'd like to know more about what a personal relationship with God looks like through His Son, Jesus Christ, I want to encourage you to go to elusivewildlife.com and click on the Moment of Truth tab.